Hi there, my name is Tim, and this is my son James.
Hello.
We're here today because a while back my mom wrote a cookbook called The Working Woman's Cookbook, and in it she put a lot of the recipes she felt were her favorite to cook. James and I thought that it would be kind of a neat little tribute to her to start making some recipes out of this cookbook and create a little YouTube channel showing you how to make them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by making a baked salmon today, which is found under main dishes, first recipe. Now, we're not really sure what we're going to call the show yet. We bounced around a couple ideas, but maybe we'll leave it up to you guys to let us know. Try to keep it kid friendly. I'm not going to guarantee that if I lop off my finger with a butcher knife or maybe smash my thumb with a meat tenderizer, I'm not going to drop a couple F-bombs, but I'll try my hardest to keep it kid friendly. As it goes right now, we're going to have James and I start going through the recipe, and we're going to see if we can make us some baked salmon with rice. So to start out, we'll read the ingredients you need. You need 1 cup of rice. What we're going to do is we're going to use a microwave ready rice rather than taking 20 minutes to cook a rice. This is a pre-cooked 90 seconds, boom, you have rice, put it in the pan, and away you go. We have a 1 pound salmon fillet, which is here. We've chosen to use a skin-on salmon. You can use a skin-on or skin-off. That's really up to you. The skin-on is kind of nice when you bake it. It retains some of the flavor there, I think. Actually, I have no clue. It just sounded good to say. We need a 1/4 cup of orange juice, a teaspoon of dried dillweed, a teaspoon of dried rosemary, a teaspoon of dried basil, a teaspoon of dried mustard, and a teaspoon of lemon pepper. So as you can tell in this recipe, you're going to give your teaspoon a good workout. So the first thing we need to do, which we've already done, it's the magic of TV I guess, is we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So our oven is over there, preheating right now. It's currently at 270 degrees and rising. The next thing we're going to do is cook our rice to have it ready to go when we have prepped the salmon. So for this particular rice, you're just supposed to smash it down to separate it, and squeeze the pouch to separate the rice from the top. Open it up, spill rice all over the countertop, and then put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. Okay, now that we're doing that, what we need to do is grab a large pan, which I happen to have right here. We need to cover the pan with just enough water to cover the bottom of the pan. Okay, so James is going to grab some water, and he's just pouring just enough so that it forms a film over the bottom of the pan. Okay, so we've got a film of water on the bottom of our pan. And now what we need to do is lay the salmon fillet in the pan, pink side up. Here's our salmon fillet. Salmon, pink side up. Okay? I like to kind of wash my hands between steps, especially when I'm working with
Meat.
dry and wet ingredients. So the salmon is now pink side up in our pan. And the next step is to place the rice around the outside of the fish. Now we still got about 5 seconds left on our rice. And once we have that done, it's going to be a little hot. So rice is ready. We'll grab that. I like this Uncle Ben's, whatever the instant rice, whatever brand you use. 90 seconds. Start to finish, you've got yourself a great rice with little muss or fuss. So I'm going to take the rice and just kind of pour it right out of the bag around the fillet. Try not to cover up too much of it. now we've got our rice around the fish. Oops. Now we got rice all over our fish. Next up, we need to sprinkle orange juice over the rice-fish mixture. Now we need a 1/4 cup of orange juice. Should probably shake this. Oven's ready. 1/4 cup of orange juice. James is going to sprinkle, just back and forth, over the fish and the rice mixture. All right, got that sprinkled. Now, in a small bowl, we're going to mix all the dry ingredients now. You can tell my rosemary doesn't get much of a workout. Okay, so we're going to mix a teaspoon of dried rosemary, a teaspoon of lemon pepper, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon, let's do this, of dill weed, and a teaspoon of dried mustard. You want to, don't have to be exact, but you get as close as you can. Now we take these ingredients, stir them up in the bowl. After they're stirred well, you take those ingredients and you shake them out onto the salmon. Now, what you can do it out of the bowl, but another good way to do it is if you pour the mix into your hand, you can kind of shake it out a lot easier. Okay. Good job. So we've got our salmon, we've got our orange juice, we've got our dry mixture on the salmon. And the next thing you're supposed to do is to cover the pan with aluminum foil. Pan is covered, and add it to an oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. So we've got our oven here, put it in, and we will see you in 30 to 40 minutes. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this turns out. All right, we're back now. It's 35 minutes since we put the salmon into the oven. Now we're going to take it out and take a look and get ready to eat it. So we pull out the salmon, bring it over to the island, and unwrap our present. Well, the tin foil is going to be a little hot yet. Let the steam come out. And there we have it. That is our baked salmon fillet.
And our dinner.
What I'm going to do is take this off, transfer it to our platter, and now fill in some rice around it. And I would say since the salmon has kind of some residual moisture in it anyways, maybe using a little bit less water than more in the bottom of the pan might result in a little bit drier rice. But so far it looks like it turned out really good. So there you have it. Okay, so now we've got our salmon at the table, and it's time to determine whether or not it actually tastes good. So both James and I are going to do a little taste test and give you our opinions of what we feel like the salmon tastes like. So I'm going to cut off a little piece here for James. Serve that for him. A little bit of rice. I'll take a little piece for myself. A little bit of rice. Let's see what we've got. Okay, time to dig in.
This is pretty good.
It has a really nice lemon flavor from the lemon pepper.
You like the rice?
The rice?
Very good.
Very good. Has a good flavor as well. I'd say I'd give this definite thumbs up. James?
Say thumbs up, and now I'm gonna actually give it a number rating.
A number rating?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
I would say, for the salmon, I would say like 10.
Nice.
Well,
That's
9.6, like.
9.6 out of 10.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really high, but then it will be like not the highest. So then we can, like, if there's a different dish that tastes better, we can know.
Well, we
tastes better
like
than
to
this.
set the bar high, so 9.6. That's a good one. I'd
And
say.
the rice.
Yep. Go ahead.
I would say like 6.5 because it's really good, but it's kind of like a little wet or something.
Yep, that's what I figured. We need a little bit less water in the bottom of the pan next time. So I would give this probably 8-ish or so, 8 out of 10. I like that. And with that, we're gonna get going. But if you like the show or you like the recipe, feel free to comment, subscribe, like, tell your friends, whatever. And we're gonna try to put out at least one episode a week. Different foods, desserts, breakfasts. We've got a couple drinks to try, and we'll go from there. So thanks for your time, and take care.
Goodbye, YouTube.